stay over here, or I'm gonna take you in the house. You wanna go in the house? You wanna go in the house? It's too hot for you? Come here in the shade. Come here. Come here. You want me to take you in the house? Say hi to everybody. Say hi, people. Hi, people. Hi, people. Wait. Okay. I might have to take him in the house because he keep going to the front door like he ready to go in. I'm gonna wait for a few more people to come in and then we're gonna get started. I'm already itching. What do I need to spray out here? When you come outside, it just seems like stuff be crawling on me and I don't be seeing nothing. I should go sit over there in the shade. But then I have to move everything around. Because I'm already getting hot. Let's get started because I don't want to be out here too long. When I first came out here, it was feeling good. Now I don't feel good no more. Oh no, now I feel a breeze. Hi, Rachel. So CNN, I'm taking this from CNN.com. I might have to go put Gizmo in the house because he is at the back door acting like. Hold on, let me go put him in the house right quick. Okay, I'm back. I had to go put him in the house because he act like he didn't want to stay. So this is coming from CNN. So it says Alabama woman who went missing after reporting a toddler walking on the interstate has returned home. So this was last night. She came back, she returned home. So it says an Alabama woman who went missing after telling a 911 dispatcher that she saw a toddler walking alone on the side of the interstate has returned home. Carlee Russell, she was 25 years old, had been missing since Thursday night when she called 911 and told the dispatcher that she saw a child on the side of Interstate 459 South. After the call, Russell stopped her vehicle to check on the toddler and called a family member who lost contact with her though the line remained open. When officers arrived at the scene, they found her car, her belongings, including her phone, and I heard they found her wig too, but no sign of her or the child. At 10:59 Saturday, the Hoover 911 center received a call that Russell had returned home, so that was last night. Hoover fire medics responded to the scene to access Carlee and transport her to a local hospital for evaluation. The news release states police also responded to the scene to investigate. It's unclear where Russell had been since Thursday, and no further details have been released. This is one of the weirdest. So, she went missing Thursday. And as of today, there hasn't been a press conference or anything, because I went and looked on TikTok. It's no press conference saying what her condition was when it says she returned home. So she came back home. So they're not saying how she came back home. She couldn't have came back home in her car because her car was impounded at the scene. So how did she get home? So they're not saying how she got home. They're not saying what her condition was. And when they don't tell us any information, we're going to put the puzzle pieces together, even if we have to make up the puzzle. We don't even know what the puzzle is supposed to look like, but we're going to make it up because that's what social media does. So people have been speculating as to what happened to her. Was she abducted? Is this a hoax? I looked on, because TikTok, you will fall down a complete ass rabbit hole if you allow yourself to. Because after we talk about this, I'm going to tell you about this other rabbit hole that I fell down on TikTok. So people are saying that this is a hoax. She is a paid actress. She's a paid actress. I mean, they're saying all kind of stuff. They're saying stuff like, she was a plant so that people will have compassion for black women, or to show the world that, they do care about black women. It's been so many theories. And don't they know that we will come up with a theory if y'all don't tell us the truth? This is one of the strangest stories I've seen, because people have been showing there is video footage, and in the video footage there is no little girl. There's nobody on the freeway. So somebody was saying that she must have been abducted someplace else, and the pulling over on the freeway was just something done to confuse people. And then some people were saying that she ran away and did it on her own, that she has mental health issues. But I think she is a CNA. Like, this is just not some weirdo pulling a stunt. But some people were saying, yeah, she just pulled, this was a stunt. I don't know. I know it's weird. And it's weird to me that there has been no press conference. The police are not, and see, this is the thing. When the police don't say anything, when the police don't come forward and say anything, it's strange to me. So that, of course, while she was missing, the family came out and was like, we of course want our sister and our daughter back. But now that she's back, nobody is saying anything. And and I hope Sister Girl know, and Sister Girl's family, that if this is a hoax, if this was some type of prank, she is going to get prosecuted much stronger than anybody else because she's black. I see, that's my prayer. I'm praying that this wasn't some kind of hoax. Because, like, after this, they won't take none of us serious. I'm just praying that it wasn't a hoax. I'm so happy that the young lady came back, but the story from the gate sound weird to me. Like, I saw a little girl walking on the freeway. So no other cars saw her? You the only person that saw this little girl walking on the freeway. No other cars stopped. So no other cars saw this little girl walking on the freeway and nobody else stopped. You're the only person that saw her. Yesterday, when we were going to Walmart, oh, and let me tell you what happened at Walmart. Yesterday, when we were going to Walmart, there was a young lady walking down the freeway. Just walking down the freeway. We didn't see where it was a car stopped or nothing. But this she was grown. She looked like she was in her like late 20s. But she was walking on the freeway overpass, the freeway entrance, in the middle of the road. But we weren't like the freeway going to where were we going? Oh, the freeway going to Martinez. She was walking on Highway 4 and we were on the other freeway. So it goes over that. So she was down below us. But when we were getting on the freeway, we saw her getting on the freeway, but she was walking. I'm pretty sure we weren't the only people that saw her. Because anybody else that was going to get on the freeway had to go around her because she was walking like in the middle of the freeway, in the middle of the lane. So if someone is walking on the side of the freeway, you're not the only person that's going to see them. So no one else saw this little girl. No one else reported seeing this little girl. Like, there were no other 911 calls that a little girl was walking on the freeway, or a child. I don't know if it was a little girl or what. That a child was walking. There were no other calls made that there was a child on the side of the road. Like, she was the only person that saw this child. I thought that was strange. So this whole situation is strange. So let me tell y'all about what happened yesterday. I was in Walmart. We went to Walmart and we took Gizmo, and so he could go for a ride. And when we take Gizmo, one of us always stays in the car with him. We never leave him in the car unattended, unless we're going to like 7-Eleven or something, and we know we're gonna, go in and come right out, and we can see him from the store. We're not gonna go grocery shopping and leave Gizmo in the car. And it was later in the evening, so it wasn't like, during a hot period. My husband parked in the shade and they stayed in the car, and I went in Walmart. So I went in the garden center and it was late. It was like after 7 o'clock. So when I went in the garden center, you know how the garden centers is at Walmart. They're usually at the back of the store. So when I went in there, I didn't see anybody. So, I wasn't really tripping, because how many people are going to be shopping in the garden center late at night. It wasn't late at night, but 7 o'clock. So when I get towards the back where the succulents are, I saw a couple sitting on the lawn chairs, the display lawn chairs in the back of the store. And so at first I didn't, pay them no attention because I'm hyper focused on trying to get these plants. I'm looking for a specific plant. So I'm pushing my buggy, and I wasn't like close to them, but I could see them out the corner of my eye. And the woman was on top of the man. So, mind your business, Lashana. And that's exactly what I did. I went on and was looking, at the plants and stuff because I'm looking for something specific. So I was over there where they keep the succulents be at the back wall of the store. So I'm back there looking at the succulents. So I'm looking all around, can't find what I want or whatever. They're still over there because I can still see them out the corner of my eye. And I started to feel uneasy. So I was like, okay, let me make my way back up to the front of the store, back up out of the garden center. And as I'm walking, she gets up out of his lap and he puts his hand down his pants and I don't know if he was adjusting or stroking, but whichever one he was doing, I got up out of there because I'm like, you're not gonna grab me back here and do something to me. And it's nobody else back there. No one was in the garden center but the three of us. This man, who at this point had become a pervert to me, and this woman and myself. So I was a distance away from the door leading out of the garden center. And at this point, they were kind of, I don't know if they were really looking at me, but they were looking at me. And maybe they were looking at me because I was looking at them. I don't know if it was, one of those situations, or at this point I had just freaked out or, just got nervous or what. So I got out of there. So when I got out, I went and notified a store manager that those people were in the garden center and it looked like they were doing something inappropriate. And so the manager was a woman, and she asked me what was it to who was it. I was like, a man and a woman. And she asked me what they looked like, and I couldn't tell her like what clothes they had on or anything like that, but they the only people in the garden center. No one else is back there. Look at your cameras. What do you have cameras for? Because I'm pretty sure if they looked at their cameras, the only people that they saw in the garden center was myself and those two people humping on each other. Like, you're not safe nowhere. Nowhere are you safe. Please do not allow your children to roam around these stores by themselves. Like, this was one of those positions where even as an adult, I didn't feel safe. Because, in that moment, I was like, okay, if this man grabs me, of course, I'm going to, I'm going to fight. I started looking around in the garden center, like all kind of thoughts cross your mind, like, what can I use as a weapon? I'm going to throw every pot in this garden center. But the thing that messed me up the most was when you enter the garden center at Walmart. They have, the two doors that open. You go into the garden center, those doors close. Would anybody have been able to hear me scream? And a lot of people are not in the back part of the store like that. I was telling my husband last night, that's the last time that will ever happen to me. I would never, ever do that again. I would never put myself in a position in a big ass store like that to feel unsafe. From now on, I will be going to the garden center during the day. Ain't no plant worth me getting hurt or being in a position where I may have to defend myself or something like that, because you don't know what people will do. You don't have a clue what people will do. It's some crazy people in this world. People are out here doing all kind of stuff. And obviously these two people did not care. They didn't care who saw them. I mean, I don't know how many cameras, Walmart have in the back. And I don't know if the cameras just catch you as you come into the garden center, or, they could have been out of view of the camera. How am I supposed to know? But I will never, ever do that again. Because to a certain degree, I did get kind of scared. Because they could have did something to me. They could have worked together. They could have both, she could have grabbed me, and then he could have, did something. They could have put something over my mouth or, anything. The only thing is this is one way in and one way out. Because that back exit had a chain on it. You couldn't go out that way. And they do that on purpose, so, you can't steal nothing out the garden center. So they got the back exit blocked with a chain. You can't get out that way. You can only get out the way you came. But if somebody is blocking that entrance, you got to fight your way out. And all of this was just in my mind. And we always say stuff like, I'm covered by the blood. I'm protected and all of that kind of stuff. And I was protected. Nothing happened to me. But after I got out of that situation, of course, your mind goes into the what ifs. And then I got back out to the car, and I was telling my husband, what had happened and stuff. And he was like, yeah, you did right. If anytime you feel unsafe or you feel unsure about a situation, get out the situation. Remove yourself from the situation. Keep your head on a swivel and remove yourself from the situation. Now, them people may not have been thinking about me. They may have been into in their own world and stuff, and probably wasn't thinking about me. But we live in a world now where you got to think about people that ain't thinking about you. So that happened, and that put me in a position where I most definitely will not be going to another garden center at night by myself. I will not do that again because after I got out of this,
I will not.
after I got out of after I got out of the situation, and knew that I was safe, or I was around other people, I knew that I was safe. I still felt, like, okay, that could have ended badly. Like, it could have. That could have went in another direction, because for a split second I literally got was scared, and that door just seemed like it was getting farther. Even though I was getting closer and closer to the door, it just seemed like it was getting farther and farther away. And those people just seemed too close to me. But I said, see, from now on, too, I'm never going into a store and not have something in my purse. If I go in the store by myself, I'm going to have a pocket knife or something. You're not going to catch me slipping again. I didn't even have my house keys. I didn't have anything. The only thing was in my purse was my asthma inhaler, my glasses, my phone, and my wallet. That was it. I didn't have nothing. But that will never, ever happen again. Never. Never happen again. From now on, I will have something. But I won't be going into a store. Like, I will never feel comfortable enough now to go into a store, to go into, an area of a store by myself. And that area of the store is basically closed off. And the weird thing is when I talked to the supervisor at Walmart, she said the security guard wasn't back there. I said, no, the chair is back there. It's a chair back there, but it wasn't nobody in it. And she said, yeah, the security guard was supposed to be back there. So there was no security back there. I don't know if the security guard had went on their break, or what. But these people looked like they had been back there for a minute. They were comfortable on a lawn chair. They were the only people in the garden center. That will never happen to me again. So, y'all be careful, because it's some crazy people out here. And I know most people, you don't send your children alone to the garden center. But women, ladies, you just never know what people are up to, what people, have in their minds to do, what people will do. So, yeah, my garden center trips by myself are over. And my husband was like, why you didn't call me? And, I said I was too busy trying to get up out of there. I didn't even think to call him or nothing. I was too busy trying to get up out that garden center. So when I got out and got to safety, got around other people and stuff, I I didn't even want to shop no more. The stuff that I had in my cart, I went up to the front and rang that stuff up and got the hell up out that store. I didn't had enough Walmart for a while. That freaked me out. Walmart got some bad juju. But I'm kind of pissed off because, like, Walmart be having cheap stuff in their garden center. Walmart is cheaper than, like, Lowe's and Home Depot. That garden center is cheaper. But I won't be going there after dark. Because some of y'all people don't understand that you have grown folks relations at home. You don't do that kind of stuff in public where, other people may walk up on you and feel uncomfortable. Because who's to say when he get finished with her, he don't want me. And she gonna help him. So that was my story at Walmart. So then, oh, that's a pretty butterfly. He just flew across his whole backyard. So then I fell into these. I fell down this rabbit hole of Walmart videos where I guess he done got fired now. A guy working at Walmart wouldn't let people leave the store, I guess, without showing the receipt, and he was like forcing some people. I mean, just getting into altercations with people. It's heck of videos about this one particular dude who just kept messing with people. He was the greeter, the ones that check your receipt on your way out the door. And just like getting into physical altercations with people leaving Walmart. And I guess he finally got fired. Finally. Now, I've never had that happen to me. Usually when I go to Walmart and I be trying to show my receipt, they be like, no. They don't do that out here in California as much. Plus, and this the kicker too, this Walmart that I went to last night is not a ghetto Walmart. It's not one of the Walmarts where where I didn't see, people coming in in their pajamas and slippers, and it's not one of those Walmarts. This is a decent Walmart in like a nice little, I guess it would be considered a strip mall because it's like a Dunkin' Donuts, AutoZone, Sonic, Taco Maria, some type of taco place, a dental place. It's all kind of little stores over there. And then the Walmart in the cuts. And these really nice apartments. Like it's in a decent area. This is a decent Walmart. And to have something like that happen, I should call the corporate office and ask them. Now, then I'm like, okay, am I being a Karen? Because I didn't get hurt. But I should call the corporate office and just make sure that either y'all need to shut that garden center down at night, or make sure that your security guard is on duty like he's supposed to be. Shit, you got me scared to go to the garden center now. And that's my place. The garden center is my happy place. I was really thinking about calling the corporate office, telling them y'all gonna have to do something about that garden center, Cause I can't be scared to go to my happy place. That I love me some plants, and gardening is my thing. And if the garden center is open, it should be a safe place for your customers. Don't have me out there about to get I didn't fart. That was my elbow popping. Don't have me. I'm still out here feeling like the ants is crawling on me, but I don't see no ants. Don't oh Lord, it is a whole bunch of spider webs in that chair. Oh Jesus, I pray it ain't no spider webs in the chair that I'm sitting in. Now I'm scared to look. Do y'all have problems with spiders? I mean, all of my plants, all my plants is just full of spider webs. Every day I come out here and I'm cleaning off spider webs. I came out here today, this morning, to check on my plants because we had that heat wave yesterday. Now, today is a little cooler than it was yesterday, child, and it was ants everywhere. But I know that the ants are probably coming out to get some water. So I'm not, mad at them. Because I ain't seen no ants until today. And I don't want to kill them because I know they thirsty. But you can't just move in my plants, though. You going to have to go someplace else. So I had to put down some baking soda see, there go one right there. Lord, I'm going in the house. I knew I felt something crawling. We finna go. I don't know if that was an ant or a spider. We finna go over here. Hopefully they ain't over here. Okay, this is a bad angle. Y'all gonna see my stomach. So, that's all I got to talk about, really. Oh, it feel better over here than it did over there. It's so nice out here. A nice little breeze. Yesterday, it wasn't no breeze. It was just hot. I can't see what you saying, child. What you say, Barbara? Probably was homeless people. It's strange nobody else was back there. Not even security. The garden is the easiest way to steal. You can't steal out of this one, though, because the back door is chained up. They chain up the back door. You can't get out. And that's probably why they don't trip. And I know that's a fire hazard. Because if the back door has an alarm on it, but it had a chain. So you can't steal. That's probably why why it wasn't no security back there. And they didn't, and I don't want to be rude. I don't want to be like, they didn't look homeless. Like all homeless people look the same. They didn't, I don't even want to say that. I don't want to say they didn't appear to be homeless. But they just look like two normal people. And they were back there doing something that they should not have been doing. I mean, it was late in the evening. It was like after 7. So it was probably about 7:30 or 8 o'clock, somewhere around there. Nobody else was back there. Nobody was back there when I got back there but them two. I passed a man. I don't know if he had came out of the garden center or he had came from down one of the like automotive, because I think that's the automotive next to the garden center. I don't know if he had came down one of those aisles or came out of the garden center, because I did pass one person as I was going in. I actually thought I was the only person in there at first until I turned the corner, because the succulents and stuff are usually. How he get out? Wait a minute. How he get out? Wait a minute, y'all. How you get out? Babe. Oh, you got him? Oh, okay. I saw Gizmo running around in the house, and I know I had put him in the man cave. He ran to the door. I guess he saw me in the glass, and he came to the door like, "Mommy," and I'm like, "How you get out when I put you in the man cave and close the door?" So, um, yeah, it was nobody back there. I was the only person back there, other than them two people. So, I guess no, how many people are really buying stuff out the garden center at night? Not a lot of people, you know, be in a garden center really at night. I think what they should do, and I know they did this at one of the other garden centers, is they lock the doors at a certain time. The garden center in Martinez, they just close the doors at a certain time. It's closed. They don't even let you back there. Probably because they don't have staff back there, so they just close the doors at a certain time. But this one, the door wasn't closed, but the supervisor did say that the security guard was supposed to be back there, and he wasn't there. So I don't know if he had went on his break or what, but he wasn't back there, and they were back there doing whatever they were doing. And I felt uncomfortable because I didn't know what was going on, and saw the man with his hands in his pants. So something was going on. That's when I was like, okay, fight or flight. Get your ass out of here right now. And I I got out of there. I got my butt up out of there. Well, when I told when I told the supervisor what was going on, it was a lady supervisor, and she said, oh, "Okay, well, I don't want to go back there by myself. I'm gonna get, I'm a." For one, she was like, "Let me find the security guard," and they went to Paige and the security guard. When I left, they were still back there. The couple was. So I'm pretty sure they went back there and got him. They probably, if they had any sense, they would look on the security camera and see how long they had been back there. Or just go back there and tell them, hey, okay, this part of the store is closed. You guys need to come on out. Because when I left, they were the only people back there. I got up out of there. I mean, I hope they caught them. And maybe, I don't know, maybe something, maybe they were just enjoying each other and they had no plans on bothering anybody else. Who knows? But, you just don't want to be in a situation like that. Nowadays, you can't trust nobody. And it's sad that we live in a world like that. But that is the world that we live in. You can't trust nobody no more. And I would not have wanted, even though there's no reason that a child should go back in the garden center by themselves. Like, how many little kids do you know that, oh, mommy, I want to go look at the plants? Or I want to go look at the succulents. It ain't too many little kids that's going to ask you that. So, I wasn't thinking that, but an adult, another woman, what if that was his way of grabbing and maybe groping another woman? And the woman that he was with was in on it. Yeah, it's Walmart. And they were in the section where they had like the chairs, like the lounge chairs and stuff, like the chairs that I'm sitting in. They were there sitting in one of the chairs. She on top of him in one of the sectionals. Because you know how Walmart be set up. They little area where they have stacked up all the chairs and stuff. They were in one of the chairs. The lounge, the backyard, the patio section. That's where they were. But I could see them clear as day over the plants. Because, they don't have the plants stacked up high. The plants be down here, and I could just see them where they were sitting. So why are you in the garden center sitting on the patio furniture? Now, I could see you back there testing out the patio furniture. You're not going to be sitting on top of your husband or your boyfriend or a man. Me and my husband go into the garden center. We want to see how the furniture feels, how the cushions feel or whatever. I'm not going to sit on top of him. I'm going to, sit in one of the chairs, okay, or, touch it or, whatever. I'm not going to get on top of him. We gonna look at it. We gonna, look at the cushions or whatever. And we're going to be standing up, talking to each other. We're not going to be on top of each other. So, I mean, I thought it was weird when I went in there that she was on top of him, but I was hyper focused on finding these plants. I was looking for a specific aeonium. And, in my mind, I was like, oh, yeah, they got it. I'm about to go over here and find what I'm looking for. And I kind of glanced at them and I was like, get them people. Let me go on over here and do what I'm doing. And out the corner of my eye, I was like, she on top of him. And so, my other brain, my plant brain was like, all right, whatever. Keep looking, keep looking. So I put a couple of plants in my shopping cart, and I'm pushing the shopping cart, and then I'm like, no, she on top of this man. And then my other brain kicked in and was like, get the hell out of here. Get away from them. Then I start scanning. Oh shit, what can I use in case? Get one of these pots. And I started making it towards the door, and then she got up off of him, and that's when I seen him rubbing in his pants. And I was like, get to the door. Get to the chopper! Get to the chopper! I got the hell up out of there. Okay? I got the hell up out of that garden center. I said, let me get my ass out of here before let me get my ass up out of here before these people grab me and try to and throw me down or try to do something to me. My little arthritis knees, they be to hurt me. And then, of course, my brain started to, you know, register the fact that I'm in the back of the store. The doors are closed. No one will hear you scream. Girl, I got up out of there so quick. I got up out of there. That's what I start thinking. I don't know how crazy these damn people are. Let me get up out of here. And when I got back to the car and was telling my husband, he was like, why you didn't call me? I was like, I wasn't even thinking. The I went into fight or flight. I was like, let me get up out of here. And once I get to safety, once I know I done got out them double doors, I was, I was gonna be okay. Once I got out of the garden center, because when you go into the garden center, those doors open and they close behind you, the automatic doors, and then you in the garden center part. So I had to make it to them double doors to get out. So I got out and went and told. Well, I ran into an employee, but she was like a little teeny tiny Filipino lady, and I sure didn't want her to try to go back there. So I was like, "Where's your supervisor?" And so she showed me which person was supervisor, and she asked me what happened, and I told her, and her eyes got this big. I was like, don't go back there. And so then I went and told the supervisor, and um, she was paging the security guard to see where the security guard was, because he was supposed to have been back there, she said. And it wasn't no security guard back there. So that was my little moment in Walmart. But you know what though? It taught me a lesson. I won't do that again. I won't be going to the garden center no more at night by myself. Not ever again. From now on, when we have to go to the garden center, when I have to go to the garden center, Gizmo gonna stay his little butt at home. So my husband can go in there with me. I'm never doing that again. Because um, that scared me. Like, it really scared me. I ain't doing that no more. Mm-mm. And then you know how when something happened and you come home and you really process what happened, and your mind starts to take you through all of these different scenarios, no, I ain't doing that no more. I don't want no plants that bad. No plants. But I'm fine. I got my butt up out of there, and I went, of course, I reported them, and I hope that they went and looked at the cameras and saw how long those people had been back there. Because I was back there for a good 10 minutes looking at the plants before my brain really registered what was going on over there. My brain played with that for a minute and was like, all right, let her get her plants. And then my brain was like, look, look, look. And I was like, oh, okay, that's what they do. And I got up out of there. My brain let me get the plants, though. I got the plants. And then it registered what was going on. And I was like, what time is it? Because it's starting to get hot out here. It's 1:30. Let me see. Did the temperature change? Oh, it's 85 degrees. It feel like it. The wind blowing, but it feel like it. I'm going in the house. Shit, it's getting hot out here. I'm starting to sweat. It's 85 degrees, but it's a little breeze, but it's still hot. And this is the kind of weather that scared me because it was hot yesterday and it was no breeze. I got up this morning when I woke up and it was fog on the bay. So I said, okay, it's going to be a little cooler today because anytime that fog layer rolls in, it cools the Bay Area down. But normally, when we have these type of 90, 100 degrees, because if it's in the 80s or 90s here, inland, it's in the 90s, close to 100 in some places. And normally when we have these type of get hot real quick, cool down real quick days, we have an earthquake. And yesterday, it was so still. It was hot. It was still. It was quiet. That's the recipe for an earthquake for California. And I was like, and then last night, me and Gizmo was sitting in the bed watching TV, and all of a sudden, he just jumped up and was like looking, because your animals can hear and feel an earthquake before you do. And I just kind of sat there for a minute, and I didn't feel anything because I was expecting it last night. I didn't feel nothing. And he sat back down. So I don't know what he heard or whatever. But I'm like, don't you be conjuring up no earthquakes now. But these hot still days like it was yesterday, that's a recipe for an earthquake. But today is we getting a little breeze. It's kind of breezy today, but it's hot as I don't know what. It's hot, hot. I'm about to go in the house, y'all. Hey, Cheryl, girl, you done missed the story where two people was up in Walmart last night in the garden center. I went looking for me some plants, and two people in Walmart on the lawn chairs in Walmart doing the do. And I'm the only one back there in the garden center. That done scared me, girl. And when the woman jumped up off the man, I thought he was gonna come get me. Girl, you should have seen. You should have seen my little butt trying to get up out that garden center. I was like, you ain't gonna catch me. You ain't gonna, you ain't gonna get me. You just had her. You ain't gonna get me. My husband out in the car. My husband was out in the car with Gizmo. We had took Gizmo to Walmart with us last night to get him out the house. And I'm in the garden center by myself. Wasn't nobody else back there but me and them two people back there humping. In the garden center at Walmart. And like I'm telling everybody, this ain't no ghetto Walmart. This ain't no Walmart where you should be in the garden center humping. This ain't no ghetto Walmart. I don't go to ghetto Walmart. So I thought I was safe. You ain't safe nowhere. I'm telling you now, you are not safe anywhere. Hey, Naya. Girl, I was so scared. You should have seen my little fat self running out that Walmart garden center. I was pushing. I didn't let go of that basket. I didn't let go of that basket with them 3 plants I had. I was holding on to that bag. I'm pushing that bag. And I said, Lord, if this man get up out of this chair, if he get up off this lawn chair, me, him, plants, I'm going to tear this garden center up. I had made up in my mind. I am going to tear this whole garden center up. They're going to take me to jail because it is going to be so much damage in this garden center if this man get up and come towards me. I had already made up in my mind I was in fight or flight. And I'm trying to get out this garden center without doing any damage. But if that man had got up off of that lawn chair and came towards me, I'd have tore that whole garden center up. I would have acted like a backwards ass donkey. Do you hear me? I'd have tore that whole garden center up, trying to get away from him. But he stayed where he was. And he was like rubbing on his... Stay there, Mr. Man, because I don't feel like having to pay these people for all these plants. I would have threw every plant in pot, everything in that garden center. Because you're not gonna violate me in the Walmart garden center. You're not. I'm gonna fight you, but that would have been a TikTok. I'm gonna fight you back. I'm definitely going. I done got 58 years old. You're not gonna violate me. I done lived all this long and ain't been violated. I'm not about to be violated in no Walmart garden center. Lord, who he barking at? Oh, I'm not. So I got out. I got out of there and told the supervisor what was going on, and she went back there, and I went and paid for my stuff and got on out of Walmart. Honey, y'all done scared me. I didn't know what them people was capable of doing. If y'all brave enough to be up in Walmart in the garden center doing the do, you'll do anything. You having the SEX in Walmart, you'll do anything. If you bold enough to have the SEX in the Walmart garden center, you will do anything. And I was telling them, I'm never ever going to Walmart again and don't have a pocket knife or something in my purse. Mm-mm. I ain't had nothing. But I didn't even have my house keys. I had a purse, I had my phone, my asthma inhaler, my wallet, and that's it. Not ever again. When I go to Walmart from now on, I'm gonna have a pocket knife or some a blowtorch, something, a pistol. Y'all better pat me down at Walmart from now on, cause I'm gonna be packing. Cause you ain't gonna assault me in the Walmart garden center, and I have to get back to the car and clothes all ripped off, and my husband go to jail, and our whole life be messed up behind some plants. No. Mm-mm. That'll never happen again. I told my husband from now on, Gizmo will stay his ass at home. And if I go to Walmart Garden Center ever again, I'm going to be packing. They better pat me down at the front door. Because I'm going to be packing. You run up on me, I'm going to shoot you where you stand. But I'm fine, though. I got my plants. Ask me, did I leave them plants? Hell no, I got them plants. I got my plants. I wasn't too scared to get them plants. I got my little plants. But I ain't doing that again, though. I'm not. That is my last nighttime visit to any Walmart garden center, because see, that was the upscale garden center. Now imagine what will happen if I go to the ghetto. Y'all will probably never see me again. Abducted. They probably will abduct my little ass. I'm only 5'2". They ain't gonna get me. You ain't gonna get me. That's my last garden center at nighttime visit. Nah, I ain't doing that no more. If my husband can't go in the store with me, I won't be going. I don't like the way they have the garden center set up. I should call the corporate office and tell them, y'all putting us plant lovers' lives in danger. Putting that garden center in the back of the store like that. The garden center needs to be in the front of the store. Because you know it's the little old ladies like myself who love plants. We done retired. We ain't got time to be out here trying to fight nobody. Gone, little Christmas tree thing. We ain't got time to be out here trying to fight nobody for our virginity and stuff. I'm a chaste woman. I got a husband. My body belongs to him. I can't be out here fighting nobody for my body. Y'all got me out here scared to go buy plants. I need some new Crocs. These starting to look old. So that was my that's what happened to me yesterday. Last night rather. I'm out here running for my life. You know, I heard another story of a woman. No, she was at Walmart. See, this is where all the crazy stuff happened, at Walmart. Some woman was following her and her child at Walmart, and she said that when she called the police, and they followed him out to his car, and he had duct tape and rope and all kind of stuff in his car. Girl, we have to be careful. I, when you go out at night, do you got any protection? You got an equalizer? Ladies, we got to be careful, cause it's some it's some crazy people out here. This lady was at Walmart, she said, with her child. It's a TikTok. And she said that the guy was following her all around Walmart. And she went and told one of the workers, and they called the police. And they followed, the police got there or something, and they went to his car, and he had duct tape and rope and all kind of weird stuff in his car. I don't trust nobody. And it's sad that we live in a world where you can't trust nobody. Like, even my mind was saying, like, that woman, she could have been a decoy. She could have been helping him, get other women or whatever. Like, I don't know, child. It could have been other people back there hiding up under the lawn chairs for all I know. Like, I wasn't staying back there long enough to see all that. The only thing I saw was the two of them. But how am I supposed to know it wasn't another man back there hiding or whatever? And maybe I just wasn't their type. Maybe they would have been like, okay, we're going to have to struggle too much with them 200 pounds she got on her. Let's not try her. But what if, a smaller woman had came back there and they felt like they could overpower her? They probably looked at me and was like, yeah, it's going to take a minute to take down a little chunky monkey. She going to fight back. And them little 200 pounds she got on her, it's going to be a problem. But, a woman come back there, she 98 pounds, and he probably figure, oh, I can get you. Who knows? Who knows what their motive was? Yeah, I mean, my husband is big too, but he was in the car. I'm in the whole back of the store. He was in the parking lot. So, my best bet was to remove myself from that situation. And that's what I did. I'm going to give me some pepper spray. That's exactly what I'm going to do. And a pocket knife. I ain't going to tell my husband about the pocket knife because he'll swear for God I'm going to cut myself. Yeah, of course. Ain't nobody going to cut up if you with your significant other. I was going to say, ain't nothing like that ever happened to me, but I normally, damn, that's a big ass spider, and you just running. I normally don't go in the garden center at night by myself. Usually when I go to the garden center, it's during the day. It's in the daytime. But you feel like you in Walmart. You don't feel like you in danger. You shouldn't feel in danger. Hey, Karen. You in Walmart. You should never feel like you in danger. I hope that they pull the cameras in. Because I didn't wait around to see if they went back there or if they went and looked to see what was going on. I wasn't waiting around for all of that. I just got my stuff and got out of there. I had had enough, child, at that point. Yeah, I'm not going no place. I'm not definitely not going into a part of the store by myself at night. It ain't nobody else up in there. I definitely will not be doing that again. I learned a valuable lesson. I won't ever go into the garden center by myself. And it's nobody, like my husband is not there or nothing. But like I know my husband. If I had been gone too long, he would have called or either he would have came in there looking for me. But by the time he did that, I could have already been hurt. Like those people could have did something to me and probably nobody would have known if they had left me back there. So that's it for me. I won't be doing that again. I won't be going to the garden center by myself at night. That's that. So I'm about to go in the house, y'all. It's getting hot out here. The sun is moving, and it's always cooler in the house. So, oh, if they say anything else about this young lady, I don't know if by now they've had a press conference or anything about her or release any information like what happened or anything. I'm pretty sure they're still investigating what happened because the last time I, checked the articles, it's still not saying anything. It's not saying anything about her condition, what happened to her, how she got home, nothing. So we are definitely going to continue to follow this case because it's weird. And I really want to know, like, what happened? How did this situation happen? Did she get abducted? And if she did get abducted, how did she get released? How did she get away from her captors? Are her captors still out there? So I'm going to keep looking into this case to see if they maybe by tomorrow they'll have a press conference and tell everybody what happened. So we'll see. If any good information comes out, I will come back and let you guys know. So I will see you guys probably tomorrow. I love you guys. Thank you for coming in. Bye.